Hi guys, welcome back to class. Today we're going to be discussing Pythagorean triples. Now, triples are interesting because it consists of three positive integers. These are integers, and it still uses the same formula of the Pythagorean theorem. Now, we said that the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, these are already preset for you. If you were to learn these and memorize these, it would make finding Pythagorean theorem easier. If you don't, let me show you what you would do. For example, 3, 4, and 5. Why is that called a triple? Because 3 squared, there it is right here, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to plug my formula in. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So here is the 3 squared. What's 3 times 3? 3 squared?
9.
9. 9. There it is over there. Sorry about that. 9. 4 squared. What's 4 squared?
16.
16. Awesome. 4 squared is 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. When I add 9 and 16 together, what does it give me?
25.
25. Now, what's the square root of 25?
5.
5. So this third number is a combination of adding a plus b together, the square root of a plus b together. Add them, write down your answer, then take the square root of that answer, and that will be your third number. And it works every time. If it doesn't work, that means it's not a triple. So if I give you a set of numbers and it does not give you that value, that correct value, then that means that it is not considered a triple.
But would that count a perfect? What does that mean? It has to be a perfect square in order to be?
Absolutely. It has to be a perfect square. I like the way you think. Awesome. Now, let's look at the next one. 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10. Here we go. Square root of a.
Ma'am, don't you mean squared?
Yes. Lots of people say square root of, but it means squared. Oh, I like the way you're catching these, and I'm laying them out for you like this because these are typical mistakes that 8th graders make. You are rocking and rolling today. Awesome. Now, let's take a look. So, 6 squared is what?
36.
8 squared is what?
64.
So when I add 36 plus 64, what is my sum?
100.
100. Square root of 100?
10.
10, because 10 times 10 is 100. So is this correct? 6, 8, 10?
Yes, ma'am.
6, 8, 10. Absolutely. You just solved a triple. And boys and girls, believe it or not, all of these, because these are already preset, we could do example after example, but they should all work. You just learned how to solve triples. Now, let's move into some examples of triples. Move down here. This says, which of the following is not a Pythagorean triple? This is the way it will be on the milestones test that you will be taking in May or March or April. Which of the following is not? I'm going to underline the word not because all of them are triples except one. Now I bet you're thinking, how in the world am I supposed to know if it's a triple? Well, you've got to do some work, okay? You're going to do the same thing that I just did. So let's do a little bit of work. Hold on just a minute here. Sorry I'm moving around so much. So let's take a look at the first one. So if you would zoom in on this and make sure they can see. 5, 12, and 13. We need to see if this is a triple. So here we go. We've got 5, we've got 12, and then we've got 13. So we need to solve our formula. Remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So the square root, so we're going to take this, not square root, we're going to square the 5, square the 12, and then is equal to c squared. So this 5 squared is 25. 12 squared is 144. And that's going to be equal to c squared. So I know it would be a lot easier for you if you had a calculator, which I don't mind you using. When I add 144 plus 25, so 144 plus 25 equals 169. Now I'm going to take the square root of 169 using my calculator, and it's going to give me 13. So is that one correct?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. 5, 12, 13. There's my 13. 5, 12, 13. So C is 13. So 13 is C.
Miss Heath?
Yes.
It's supposed to be C, not C squared.
Thank you. C, not C squared. When you take the milestones, those types of things will trick you. They are meant to be tricky. And you got to learn how to think like a test taker. Think like a test taker, or like the test writer. So let's move on to number 2. Well, A. That's A. So we know A is correct. So let's move to B. B is 6, 14, 15. 6, 14, 15. So let's see if this one is correct. So we're going to do 6 squared plus 14 squared plus equals c squared. So 6 squared is 36. 14 squared is 196. Now you probably wouldn't be able to add this. You would have to use your calculator, but I'm going pretty fast here because I've already done it. And so when I add 196 plus 36, that's going to give me 232. 232 square root is 15.23. Now, I have a decimal there. So is that considered a perfect square?
No, ma'am.
No, it is not a perfect square. So right now, this one is not correct. Weren't we looking for not? Yes, we were looking for not. So far, I'm going to go with this as my answer because this is yes. So let's do 2 more. And I'm going to try to go quickly here. 25. And I'm using this one. 25, 60, 65. 25, 60, 65. Here we go. 25 squared plus 60 squared equals c squared. 25 squared is 625 plus 60 squared is 3,600. Hopefully you're able to see that. Now when I add these two numbers together right here, it's going to give me 4,225. But I got one more step. Take the square root of it. The square root of 4,225 is 65. Is that a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. So we know that this one is correct. Remember, we're looking for the one that is not. So C is correct. Lastly, we have D. D, right here, 50, 120, 130. So I'm going to write them out. 50, 120, 130. Let's see. So we're going to do 50 squared plus 120 squared equals C squared. So we're trying to see if we're going to end up with 130. So 50 squared is 2,500. 120 squared is 1,400.
Wouldn't that be 14,400?
Thank you. 14,400. Awesome. Is equal to C squared. Then we're going to add these two together. That's going to be 1,600. 1,000. Am I saying that right?
No, ma'am. It's 16,900.
Make sure you're putting your comma in the right place. 16,900, because when you enter it in the calculator, it has to be correct. And the square root of that is 130. And that's what we ended up with. So see, this is a match. This is a match. The 15, it is not, because it went over. So that's why that's not. Did this match 65?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And what about this 13? Bam. Everything matched up perfectly except this one. So our answer is
B.
B. B is not. Awesome. Y'all did great with that. Thank you for learning about the Pythagorean triples. Have a good one. Bye.